Ferg, we appreciate you checking in, man. Bootleg Kev DJ Hed. We got the motherfucking Trap Lord in here, man.
The Trap Lord is here.
Yes, sir.
APFerg, man. Project is out. Hey, let me ask you something, man. Would you be sad if Trump died of the coronavirus?
You said, would I be sad if Trump died of the coronavirus?
Yeah. No, if I'm keeping it funky, I'd be extremely excited if he demised.
Hey, listen. I have no comment.
Hey, Ferg been doing this a minute.
When you say shit like that, them people pop up at your doorstep, so you got to be easy.
Okay, how about this? If Trump happened to pass away.
You're a wild boy for that.
I know, right? I guess that's me just having white privilege and just be like, fuck it. I ain't tripping if Donald Trump dies.
That's exactly what that shit is. You know?
White privilege. Because I don't hear my man over here saying nothing about that.
I ain't fucking with them people. You know what I'm saying? You see how they did YG? YG put out a song, and you see how they did him? I'm not fucking with them people.
Hey, so Ferg, I had the coronavirus like 3 months ago. Did you have any experience with it or anybody close to you having that shit?
I had a friend that had it. I had actually a friend that passed away, a family friend that passed away from it. But he also had diabetes, so I think he was like, it was the underlying
conditions
that kind of rocked him.
Yeah.
Has this shit really sparked your fitness campaign? Because you and Mustard in the gym, like y'all training to run a goddamn triathlon or something.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, Mustard is definitely one of my inspirations to just like work out and take it to the next level. But like, you just get tired of being in the same space, in the same place sometimes. You gotta like put the fire under your ass and take it to the next level. So that's what really inspired me, is I just was tired of not seeing the results that I wanted. So it's like, gotta keep going.
So and also different quality of women too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a fact. But I always got the woman. That's never been a problem for me.
Hey, what about your diet? Is that something that, everyone says the diet is the most important like part of any sort of lifestyle change?
Yeah, diet is super important, and being super strict about it, because us as rappers, we live a fast life. Sometimes we don't get a chance to eat the best. So I definitely, when I was on tour last, I had a chef with me for the past 2 tours. I had a chef with me, and she prepared all my meals and everything like that, made sure that I was eating right. I had a trainer with me on tour, because I look at us like not artists, we're athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to go on stage and turn up, and after that, go to the party and turn up. We probably have 100 people, 100 head meet and greet. You got to be like upbeat for them and take pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you got a day off and you chilling and you going shopping, you really don't have a day off, because you seeing all of the fans, and you got to be upbeat for that. So you really got to condition your body and your mind to withstand all of this stuff.
Yo, I want to ask you, because you just brought up the tour life, I feel like people not really getting the full APFerg experience, you not being able to be on that stage. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a whole experience to come with the APFerg shit.
It's definitely a whole experience, and I miss going on stage, and I miss turning up with the people. But I feel like right longer now, we can't even cry about it. Like, we just got to do it. We got to roll with the punches. We got to go with the times. This is what's happening.
Right. Nothing you can do about it.
Us as entertainers, we're responsible to entertain, to make sure that we're bringing something to culture, and we're changing the game. This is a lot of opportunity to do something new, for me to actually get more into the digital side of things.
Hey, Ferg, one of my favorite, and I've been to probably 1,000 concerts, but one of my favorite shows I've ever been to was when you and Tori were on tour together. That was just a shit show of physical violence in the crowd surfing. I'm wondering. I know you're cool with Tori.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was one of the best tours. Like,
that tour was epic.
Yeah, one of the best tours. Like, energy wise, crazy.
Have you had Have you had any conversations with Tori since everything's gone down? And like, I know that your boy, like, shit's kind of weird right now.
Me and Tori had like a couple like swabbles back in the days, like right after that, during that tour, like we went through something. It was a period where we wasn't talking like that, and then we we did the Future tour together, and we still kind of wasn't talking. He apologized for whatever. We still wasn't really talking. So we were cool, and like I personally don't have anything really against him, but like I just don't talk to dude like that.
What did you think of that, of him putting the album out the way he did? Because I personally thought it was in bad taste, but what are your thoughts? I'm curious.
It's hard to think anything of it because I think like, you know, when the evidence come out and the truth come out and all of that and whatever it is, like none of that shit is gonna matter. I mean, it will matter if it's, you know, true what he's saying, but like that right there, that's what it did for him. Like if that was his way of, you know, talking about the situation and saying that he didn't do it or whatever the case may be, then time will tell, like when the feedback comes back. But I know it definitely opened people's eyes up to getting a different narrative about it. Not even saying that like whatever, because I was just like, I kind of wrote him off like right after I heard the situation. But then I walked into the gym and this girl was playing, and I'm like, "Oh, you playing Tory?" And she like, "Yo, you gotta hear what he's saying." And I'm like, "Oh," and then I go to the internet and everybody is saying like, "You gotta hear what he's saying," and then like some of his fans is going on Megan page and, you know, sticking up for him, and her fans is doing the same thing. So it's like a bunch of he say, she say right now, and we really don't know because we wasn't in the car with them. Yeah. So I really can't judge it.
That's fair.
But I do want to add, if Tory did that shit is fucked up.
Oh, for sure. Listen, I would like to add.
We gotta protect our women, especially our black queens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that even if he didn't do it, the fact he put that album out the day after the Breonna Taylor verdict, is in extremely poor taste. Even if what he's saying is true, he knew what he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't like to talk on too many people's situations because, like I said, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
So none of us was there to even talk on the situation.
But talk about the your friendship with Nicki, your working relationship with her. Y'all are fucking, you know, you guys are. I would love a Nicki Ferg EP. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, that's you the second person to say that.
Y'all got enough records tucked, don't you?
Nah, actually, we don't.
Oh,
he gave me the eye. He gave me the eye. He gave me the eyes like, I know something. These other people don't know.
No, you wrong.
We actually don't. I wish we did. But that'd be sick if we got an EP jumping off.
I think it's dope. I like your chemistry with Nicki, but I also like you on records. I feel like even on Floor Seats, the first project, I know you had Asian Doll on there, and then now you got Mulatto, you got Nicki. I like to see that you tap in with the ladies like that. Like I see like some of the homies who, especially that make energetic music like you, don't really tap in with the women as much. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. Like I figured out a way with the plan. I was always trying to figure out how to please the woman demographic because, I mean, at my shows, it'd be like, all of the homies there, it's cool. Like, they be turning up and mosh pitting and shit like that.
Nosebleeds. Yeah, I feel you.
And then the girls that's brave enough to do that is doing it too. But once I seen what Plain Jane Remix did with Nicki on it, it created a whole nother monster to where, like, girls freely was turning up.
Yeah.
And then, like, my woman demographic amplified.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started having more girls wanting to take pictures.
Hey, low key, your gay dude demographic probably popped off too.
Yeah, that too. That part too is a lot of Barbies out there who be sending hearts and shit like that. I ain't into that. But, you know, to each his own.
Hey, for sure, whatever floats your boat, player. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. They buy records.
And it is what it is. Something else you got on your album is Puff. And I wanted to ask you about how that came about because Puff talking on people's albums is notoriously famous. You know what I'm saying? The last great one was on the Rick Ross album, The Masterpiece, I believe, where he was talking about niggas is roaches. But talk about the Puff collab on that, on Hectic.
The Puff collab on Hectic?
Yeah.
So I named him, and you named him Puff too. Just now, like everybody calling him Diddy. He's known as Diddy right now. He changed his name about 3-4 times.
Right.
I changed his name back to Puff Daddy on this record because
I
I needed
saw
him to talk. I needed him to talk the way he was talking on "Hate Me Now."
it.
I needed him to talk the way he was talking on "Victory."
Yep.
So, you know, when I did the song "Hectic," you know, "Hectic" is talking about the pandemic, and the first verse, second verse is talking about Black Lives Matter and everything that happened with George Floyd and everything. But I didn't go into specific detail because I actually made that song before the George Floyd incident happened.
Right.
And so it just shows that history repeats itself.
Yeah.
But you know, me and Puff have been building a lot on like the Black Lives Matter and what can we do and this, that, and the third. And I was like, y'all got this song, you know, and I sent it to him because I know he liked that different shit. And it was like it was like some Blade movie soundtrack sounding shit, like a techno.
Yeah, you like the opening scene in Blade where they're dancing in the blood and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like in the beginning, which to me, like, that sounded like what the pandemic felt like. And
Facts.
then it was like I produced the second half where like it was like the bare bone drums and just the hard fucking Run DMC cadence raps on there. You know what I'm saying? And or LL Cool J cadence.
Right.
So I just felt like with that intensity, I needed somebody who's gonna be, you know, basically like a coach.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Your
like, who would be my
pops,
coach?
didn't your pops help design the Bad Boy logo?
Yeah, my pops did the Bad Boy logo. He didn't help, he did it.
He did it. Wasn't
He
no
did
helping
it, and
about
he did the Cats logo for Andre Harrell too. Rest in peace.
Yo, rest in peace to Harrell, man. That's crazy. That's legendary. Hey, you know, there's the Griselda crew out of Buffalo. I feel like is bringing some wild energy to hip hop out of obviously the state of New York.
I love them.
And you know, the last time I felt that energy was with y'all. You know, when you guys first came out, as far as just a crew.
And it's crazy because they got Rocky's old manager, Chase. Infinite.
Ah, shit. So
yeah.
I was gonna ask you, like, how you and Griselda working together, like, is that something that we can expect? Is that something that you're open to doing? Like, the whole crew is insane lyrically. The music is crazy. Like,
I talk to them all the time. I actually did a show a while back with them, with Rosenberg, and like we've been cool ever since. And like I love the climb. All of them's coming with bars. Even Armani, I'm not sure if you heard.
She's dope. Armani Caesar. Yeah. She's incredible.
Yeah. I knew her for about 3 years before she even signed to them.
Wow.
And she's like, I was actually listening to her project yesterday.
No, she's fire. Her project's dope too.
I love what they're doing. I would love to work with them. We find
Plus, I feel like on
the
fashion shit, West Side Gun is on. He kind of remind me of like the Rocky or Ferg of the crew with all the fashion shit. Like you guys kick down so many doors when it comes to the fashion.
I love it because they're doing it their own way. He has his own style.
Hey, like, can you clear up whether or not you're still in ASAP Mob? Because there was that little, you know.
I was gonna ask you who started that.
Yo, listen, it ain't no ASAP without me. So it's like that don't even make any sense. Like, am I still part of the ASAP Mob? I am the ASAP Mob.
Right.
I have ASAP tatted on me. Like ASAP, you know, we came and we built this empire together. Like,
is everybody cool now? Is everyone on the same page? Is there a bit of a like civil war between the crew right now? Like what how would you describe what's going on?
I got a song called Big ASAP. I talk a lot about what's happening. I just dropped it today. It's featuring Monica. I just added it on to Flossie's too. So, I mean, you could go on there and listen to it. I ain't really got much to say about the topic. All I got to say is like, you know, families go through shit.
Of course.
That happens with everybody.
Yeah, we've seen it
throughout
hip hop history. 100%. How's everything with Rocky, man? I feel like we haven't gotten anything. You know, we haven't really seen a lot from Rocky lately. Like what's the temperature on him? I'm sure he's working on music. Do you know, like how's he doing? You guys talk often?
Yeah, I mean, Rocky is good. I mean, I came out to the West Coast to link Rocky and the Mob to work on music and stuff. And like for the first 3 months of quarantine, that's what we was doing. We was all locked in together. We had got a loft and we were just watching movies and kicking it and all of that shit. So, I mean, he's good from what I could see. And also, he just dropped a campaign, a Gucci campaign with Tyler the Creator and Iggy Pop. I mean, so he's still going up.
I'm
He's
just here
doing what
for
he
another
wanna do.
cozy. I just want a cozy tapes again. You know what I'm saying? That'd be nice.
Just say that then. You just want a cozy tape.
I just want,
That's how
listen,
everybody
fuck
doing.
all the bullshit.
You
Let's
just
do
want a
cozy tapes.
You don't even care how we doing.
No,
You
I
just
do.
care about the
I do
cozy
what
tape.
You don't even care.
Listen, you may or may not be right on that. Yo,
You don't even give a fuck how we doing over here, bro.
you
You don't
shot
give
this.
a fuck, man.
You shot a fucking video with Dennis Rodman, which is insane just to think, like, you know, growing up, he was like one of my guys, you know what I'm saying? But like, how was he as a human being? Because I ran into him at Spearmint Rhino in Las Vegas, the strip club before, and that fool was like everything I had expected him to be. He was turning up, smoking cigars, throwing money and shit. Like, what was your experience like with Mr. Rodman, man?
My experience was like he was super professional. He wasn't turning up. He wasn't throwing money. Maybe it was a different setting that,
True.
you know, got him that way. But he showed up on time. He chilled out. He didn't complain about like whatever. He was cool. We was talking. We was chopping it up. It took him a minute to open up. Like the first day we met, he was like chill. He was kind of like standoffish. You know, I guess reading the room a little bit.
Right.
Because he strikes me as an introvert a little bit. And then when he gets on a stage and he gets into the environment he's used to, then he could like really turn up and, you know,
Be himself.
Be the worm.
Did you talk any NWO, WCW talk with him? Because I would just, that would be the first thing.
I didn't get a chance to, but I'm a fan of that Dennis Rodman too.
Yeah, I would have had to have asked him about that Hollywood Hogan era. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What about you and Nas? I know you seem to have a real good relationship with Nas. Are we gonna get a project, maybe an EP?
By the way, You on King's Disease was incredible, man. Salute,
you know what I'm saying?
Salute for that record.
You.
That record, I remember seeing it on the track listing and being like, and then I heard it, and that shit was.
Wait, hold on. So
crazy.
what did you expect when you did the what did you expect?
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a diehard Nas fan. He's my favorite MC ever, right? So when I saw the track listing, I was just a little afraid. I'm a little afraid when Nas works with like the new era MCs because sometimes it don't go right.
I think he did it amazingly.
He did. I agree.
Even
100%.
the video, like I'm not sure if you've seen the video, but
Yeah.
like even the video, like he didn't compromise who he is as an artist, his look, his just who he is as a king. He didn't compromise that, and he still embraced the new kids on the block. And I love the way he did it, and I love the way he did it on the song too.
Listen, I just saw the name was Spicy. Fabio Foreign was on it. I was like, I don't know. Do I want to hear Nas or like a song called Spicy with the drill rapper? Like, I'm not sure, but it fucking was crazy.
Do you guys have some more in the
let
chamber?
me tell you a secret about that. I ain't released this info to nobody. This will be the first place that I've done it. Exclusive.
Burn, burn, burn.
Nas didn't want that record to go on the album.
Who fought for it?
He didn't want that song to go on the album.
Wait. Why is that?
Hit Boy said that he wasn't sure about it. The same way you said you wasn't sure about it when you seen the Spicy name and all of that. I guess it was new territory for him, and I heard he didn't want to go along with it. And Hit Boy convinced him to put it on the project.
Shout out to Hit Boy for doing that.
Shout out to Hit Boy.
Now, are you going to be working with Hit Boy more? Because I feel like he's in his fucking bag right now on something crazy.
Hit Boy been in his bag since forever.
No, I agree. Yeah, he's a close homie of mine. But I feel like this year, the world's finally like appreciating what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he doesn't leave that damn studio.
At all.
Ever.
And I will be working with Hit Boy more for sure. That's my brother.
Hey, what about you and Marilyn Manson?
So this is a funny story too that I didn't really share with anybody. The night that I had my session with Marilyn Manson is the same night that I did Spicy.
Oh,
Word.
shit. So you work with two legends in one night?
Like in the same studio, or it was like it was
the same studio but different rooms.
Okay, so Marilyn Manson was in one room, Hit Boy was in another room.
Yeah, so basically I was just gonna say what's up to my friend. I pulled up on Hit Boy. He's like, yo, what's good? What's good? Yo, I got this record that I want you to hear. I'm like, word? He's like, this Nas record. I'm like, what? I'm like, bet. He played it for me. He was like, yo, I think you need a verse on here. I'm like, God damn.
Quarterback that.
Was Fabio already on it?
That's why I helped having great friends.
Facts.
Was Fabio already on the song when you heard it?
Yeah, he was already on the song. Nas was already on the song. The song was just him. And all it was missing was me.
So wait, let me ask you this: the studio session with Marilyn Manson, you had already set that up, and then just went over there across the hall to the other studio, or was it vice versa?
Nah, I was at the studio to do my session with Marilyn Manson. I didn't know that I was gonna run into a Nas feature that night. I walked into a hit record.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Well, listen, Ferg, yo, shout out to you, man. Floor Seats out. Floor Seats 2.
This was one of my best interviews, by the way. I appreciate y'all
always,
not asking no generic ass questions.
Of course not.
Who's on the album, Ferg?
Yo, so who's on the album, Ferg? Like,
hey, no, you know what? Let me tell you something real quick, because I listened to the album. Value is actually one. I was talking to Brad about this, but Value is actually my favorite song on the project, because I feel like it's just some in your face Ferg shit. Yeah. But ironically, other people have said other records, and it's records with features. Do you ever take offense to that? Your favorite records being the ones with features?
No, because I feel like to each his own. Like, some people like the ones with features, some people like the ones without features. I think, we got to look at it like how when we was kids, we would have loved to see like Jay-Z do a song with Kanye. Facts. Or like Kanye do a song with Talib Kweli and Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Or like, those type of things. And then we also love like Stronger. And then we also love like, all these other records. So, it's to each his own. I think that when you're a fan, you're just a fan, period. Like, it don't even matter.
Hey, before we end the interview, I just want to acknowledge, I listened to Murder Something from your first album 5 times a week. Still with Waka. That shit is really. That's if I'm working out, it's like Murder Something is like the one song that makes me want to punch people in the fucking face and lift weights.
I'm glad you like that song, because when I first did it, I wasn't in love with it at all. Oh, I fell in love with that song when it was time to perform it on stage, and we did an EDM mix to it. This is when I was going on an EDM run. We did an EDM mix to it, and it just took it to a whole nother level. And that's when I learned I knew the value of the song.
Definitely. Yeah. Shout out to you, Ferg, man. I appreciate everything you do for the culture, bro.
Hey, I did want to tell you, Ferg, to your face, that you make music. You score the soundtrack to motherfuckers getting punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever I see random World Star videos of motherfuckers getting punched in the face, I always hear ASAP Ferg.
Right.
That's an idea right there.
My guy.
Hey, I want in. All right.
I'll give you half of a percent.
Hey, thank you for your time, man. We appreciate you always, my G. And we on the radio in LA, so why don't you introduce whatever song you want us to play off the project, man? Introduce it for LA.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is APFerg. We in LA right now. It's sunny. I know y'all got a couple things rolled up right now, sitting by the pool. Let me hear that Marilyn Manson, featuring Marilyn Manson right now.
Okay.
All right, Ferg. Appreciate you, my G.
You already know.
Stay up, man.
West Coast.